Hello, everyone. Today, I want to challenge the idea that you don't need to push retirement down the road because of money. Every day, we hear that retirement is something that you need to wait for, something that you need to put off, something that you need to wait until you have a certain amount of money before you can do it. And I think this fear of money, in fact, I know the fear of money is what keeps people from retiring earlier instead of later. It's the fear of money that keeps people stuck in a lifestyle that they want to move away from. The fear of money that keeps people at a job that they hate. So today I'm going to talk about a value-based retirement that is open to anybody that's interested. And I think when you listen and learn some of these tips, you'll find the difference between what you value and what is waste. And when you have a continuous improvement lifestyle, when all of that comes together, you'll find out how you're going to free up resources and live the retirement of your dreams. David and I retired at 50. This was after we sold our house, sold business equipment, paid off our debt, and then relocated to our dream location, 2,500 miles away from where we were living in Louisiana. We believe in following the path with the heart. And so today, with that being said, I want to share a quote by Henry David Thoreau. And he says, if one advances confidently in the direction of his dreams and endeavors to live the life that he has imagined, he will be met with success, unexpected and common hours. That's what I'm hoping to convey to you today, that you can have a dream, that you can put it into your imagination and move forward in that lifestyle and be as successful as anybody else without worrying about the money. The first thing that I would ask you to do with a value-based retirement mindset is to think of retirement as your business. Think of it as a business and how you would make that business thrive. How would you make that business a success? How would you manage it? What would you do if you were in charge of the business's money? And you are in charge of the business's money. So you need to think of it in that way. And it's not about budgeting. It's more about a strategy of how you're going to determine what it is that you value and then eliminate waste, which is going to free up those resources. And you'll find that you'll have more money, and then you'll see your resources grow accordingly. So play with it. Think of your retirement as a business, make a game out of it, and I think you'll be able to retire sooner instead of later. So let's dive a little bit deeper into what I mean by value and waste. Value is anything that continues to give you value in your present situation. And waste is anything that no longer continues to give you value in your present situation. So let's look at some examples. Oftentimes, retirees will say that they regret purchasing big ticket items. And those are places where you could free up money. So let's look at a boat, for example. Many people have boats that they enjoyed with the kids. Everybody went out on the boat. I know we went on my uncle's boat when we were kids, and we really enjoyed fishing in Lake Pontchartrain, jumping off of the boat, swimming, digging our toes in the sand under the water for clams. And we really had a good time doing that. But once everybody grew up, my aunt and uncle still had the camp, they still had the boat, but people grew up and they didn't come to the camp anymore. People didn't use the boat anymore. And so that's one of those places of waste. Why is it waste? Because it's costing money to maintain, it's costing insurance. In some cases, a boat might need a slip that you're paying for. Maybe you have a timeshare. I know timeshares were popular back when I was a newlywed. We went to one of these seminars where they were trying to sell us a timeshare. And we didn't have any money for a timeshare at the time. And we were there just to get the kitchen canisters. That was the freebie that enticed us to go see the timeshare seminar. And so some people did buy the timeshares at that time. And I've heard about people that still have timeshares after all of these years, and they don't even go to them, but they're still paying for the maintenance fees and whatever fees go along with the timeshare. So look in areas such as that for waste. Are you still paying for something that is costing you a lot of upkeep? And if you were to get rid of those things, if you're no longer using it, it's no longer bringing you value because you don't use it. You don't go there. You don't, it's not providing you the same sort of entertainment or pleasure as when the kids were growing up. That's where you want to look for waste. After you determine these areas of waste, this is where a continuous improvement mindset comes in. And what I mean by that is once you start moving in this direction, once you start taking action to determine what you value and how you can eliminate waste, this becomes a continuous process that you will evaluate over and over again. In one brainstorming event, you may determine that something is still providing value to you. Then maybe 3 months, 6 months down the road, that may not be holding its value any longer. So you would get rid of that and your money would apply to something else. So when you continue to do this, you'll find that your resources will be freed up and they will grow accordingly. So you're not just making a budget, it's about thinking lean in a continuous improvement process. This is about thinking lean to create the life that you value today. If any of this has piqued your interest, please visit my website at rebelretirement.com and read the 4 short articles on just-in-time retirement, and you can find out how the Toyota production system changed the world to lean manufacturing and how that form of efficiency can help you change your retirement where you can retire earlier and your resources will grow abundantly. And I know that's what everybody wants to do. Everybody is worried about the money, and you really don't need to worry about the money if you're willing to take a look at this lean way of approach. And if you want to take a look at this video, I think this video will be helpful. Until next time, stay curious, stay healthy, and trust your retirement journey. Thanks for watching. I'm Arlene with Rebel Retirement.